It's a good format. I like formats where you can do 5 color thing and the 1 color thing. And this is definitely a format like this. Ooh, tough one. Bird Knight, Guardian of Girapur. Deadly Derision. Is Guardian of Girapur better than Preening Champion? Deadly Derision is quite nice, but I don't think it's quite as good as these two, which both pressure battles and help convoke and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I mean, next pick to go is going to be like Preening Champion, Deadly Derision, Angelic Intervention. What would I take after that? Maybe Smite. I'd take the rare. Thalia. And Marshal of Zhalfir. Thalia is a soldier, not a knight. Could be good. Marshal does get out of hand pretty quickly. I'm not sure it's better than the champion. The problem is if we don't take the Marshal, someone's going to get a good deck. I'll take the champion. I think it's better. Wow. This is not one I'm super familiar with. 3 other enchantments. Aren't that many enchantments in this set, right? Wrath is good. Norn's Inquisitor is good. Or a god or demigod. What about the angels? Come on. Inquisitor. I'm going to go for Wrath here. That's a good start. The thing I'm most concerned about is what we've passed. And what we're being passed, for that matter. Halberd, no thanks. Blue-white's just about completely gone. Shauna, no thanks. I'll take this. Was the land missing? That's the thing. If there's a basic, you know the pack did not have a dual land. Anyone we know here? Not so much. I like Dispersal. This guy can be pretty powerful. Bola Slinger. Nice and aggressive. Dispersal versus Bola Slinger. I'm going to go for Dispersal. There we go. Vigilance is nice. The backup's nice. Failed conversion. No thanks. It's an expensive yet fine knight, I think, but I want this one. Dispersal's really good with Wrath because it's a 1 mana draw a card, bounce a thing, surveil 2 if you've got 2 untapped creatures. And 1 blue source. Half the decks I've seen have been blue-white. It's either like you're blue-white or something else, 50-50. Daxos. Or Stun. Daxos. I'm sure Daxos is fine. The stun seems decent. What does this turn into? A 2/3? Meh. And assimilate essence. If you're like hyper aggressive, this gets pretty good. I'll take the halberd. We might end up getting a ton of these halberds, but maybe that's okay. I'll take Cove. Wow, the intervention is back. Correct plays were made here, although, you know, everything else is missing. That's crazy to see. A strictly better feat of resistance in a format where that's pretty good. 1/1 counters matter. The removal is strong. And the removal can be pretty expensive. Oh, wow, another one of these guys. Not the best knight, but a totally fine knight. 3 mana, 3/3 vigilance with upside. The upside being that it can be a 2/2 instead. And the vigilance, yeah, nice with Wrath. Not to mention just a fine card to flicker with Guardian. What else is good to flicker? Champion. Champion's good to flicker. Informant. I mean, red's a way we could go too, but we already have a good black card. Yeah, that's not a bad card to flicker with the Ghirapur. Shauna comes around pretty late. Seed of Hope's basically unplayable. We'll keep this around. Knights are good at making multiple creatures. Sure. Just a 4 mana 4/3 menace with upside. I remember when 4 mana 3/2 menace was like a good common. And this is not even played most of the time. Yikes, Phyrexian Censor. This card is stupid in more ways than one. Limited Resources was talking about this, and if you play a battle and flip it on the same turn, you can't cast it. You can't cast the battle. So don't defeat your battle. Double damage for odd mana sources. Censor Phyrexian Wizard. Yeah, I will take it here. I mean, it's annoying enough, that's for sure. Puh. Vorinclex. It's a good one. 5 mana, 6/6 trample. I mean, what else would we take? Billy Rider? Inga and Essica. Okay, we'll go back to what we should be doing, which is blue-white. Sorry. Sorry, Vorinclex. Our green could end up being better than our blue. I mean, we've got, what, 2 blue cards, 3 with Wrath. Search for 2 forests. Yeah, I mean, this is a strong one. I had my opponent flip it. 8 mana. And they hit 1 creature off their top 10. And it was like a 2/3. So, big downgrade. Anyway, do we want to end up in green? We could. These backup guys are pretty good. 2 mana, 3/3. If the mana gets better, I'll be happy to have it. Kavu. It's not like we have a ton of night synergy yet. This pack is underwhelming. Am I in green? Am I trying to do like chomping Kavu here? Or do I want change the equation? Or meeting of minds? That seems decent actually. I'll take that. Usually pretty good to take what you get crushed by, and I was crushed with by a blue-white deck that had a lot of value. I mean, it was a good night deck, but it basically had the Wrath stuff going on too. Scroll shift. And another meeting of minds. You know what? That's pretty good. Cut short Protocol Knight. Quende. Quende's good if you get a bunch of the 3/1s. But we don't really have that. Do we? I'll take Protocol Knight. I'm sure we're fighting people for this deck. Counter target spell, draw 2, and then discard. I like that. And then there's this guy, Invasion of Moag. If we really want to be 1/1 counters and such. Or an unassuming Order of the Mirror. I'm going to go Artistic Refusal. Ugh. I do believe Wrath is better than Vorinclex as a pull into that color. Six mana Convoke counterspell. Yeah, I mean, it seems okay. Halberd helps with Convoke a little bit. This one doesn't just win when it flips. I think if you get through all 3, then you just win. The last one is funny because your creatures, oh wow. Your creatures get this ability to fight, but they don't even have to tap to fight. So if you put all your counters on one creature and make it like an 8/8, it can kill 3 2/2s without even trying. Maybe we are in green. I think it just crossed the threshold to being good. That 5 mana card is beefy, but it's also really an investment to make it a 7/5. Yeah, the Brawler is really nice with all this backup. Turn 3s can be pretty powerful. Yeah, this over here. I need more Phyrexians. I can do 2 things a turn. One more pack. Let's see if we open a card that changes our mind on what colors again. Yeah, the only thing we're not doing is blue-green. It's going to be white-blue. It's going to be white-green. Something. Oh, that's interesting between these two. But the Deeproot Wayfinder wins out for me. Yeah, 6/2 drop, and it's really good if you're backing it up on turn 3. Because there's a few 3/1s that would trade with it, or 1/3s that block it, but yeah, push it through. I'm pretty lucky, so I'm probably gonna hit that land every time. It's so funny they're putting these different versions in the draft boosters now. Because in real life, they're worth about the same, although the art's kind of silly. But online, they're just worth less, like a lot less. What are we doing here? Kami. So that much counters +1. So when you get to the second chapter of the Grand Evolution on Vorinclex, 7 creatures, it's 14 counters. It's so good. Let's grab this. We have a few backup things and basically doubles backup 1, which is nuts. And helps us get to 5 mana. Bertolid's Favor becomes seriously good. +2/+2 is a hearty boost. Speaking of boosts, we got Aerial Boost, Chomping Kavu. Meh. Not what I'm excited to see here, but kind of goes along with the theme. We've got an owl outside here hooting right now. Surely you can't hear it, but it's going nuts. Well, reach the multiverse, you say. See the world, they say. Could take Surveyor here. And the Grasp is fine removal in a deck like this, but I think the Surveyor's better. Whoa. What do we want here? 1/1 counter to everything, sure, good. The Brawler is nuts, though. And maybe we wield a battle. We won't wield a battle, but the Brawler's exactly what you want. And this counts when things are entering too. So it would enter with 3. I just want that perfect curve out. Knight of the New Coalition, Overgrown Pest. A Deadly Derision. We don't have a battle to get with Overgrown Pest, and we already have Skittering Surveyor. I'll take this Knight. Take an Invasion. Not really enthused about this Invasion of Dominaria. Gain 4 life, draw a card. Fine. But then we've got Kitesail, which is also not great, but I think fine. Ooh, Bond Warden versus Atraxas Fall. Let's just keep the deck going like it is. There we go. You know, I'll take Aerial Boost and then cut Kitesail. Triple boost. Triple boosted. That's a deck. It's a little light on mana sinks. What is this doing so late? It's a funny draft format. Yeah, right. Seed of Hope not, you mean? Yeah, this deck, I guess it's just gonna play Vorinclex and then die. Not in black. Is there, I mean, I guess there's an argument to splash Volcanic Spite. And there's an argument to splash a blue card. We have 3 pieces of fixing main, but we really don't need to do that. All these aerial boosts to cut. They might be okay, given that we're just all creatures all the time. A couple aerial boosts never hurt. What are we really missing in blue? Wrath? Dispersal, I guess. Preening Champion. Not enough. I don't think it's worth splashing. I'd rather just play 2 aerial boosts, I think. Keep it consistent. Kitesail, I don't think we need it. I'd rather play 17 lands than 16 Kitesail. Although it's going to feel very mana heavy. That's my one fear. It's a lot of creatures, though. Maybe on the draw we could take a land out. We'll see how it feels. 8. Yeah, 9/8. 9/8. Because we have all these double colored things on turn 2. We don't want to miss that. Zero cards in sideboard, unless we splash. Okay, we're up against the Eyeball 6/6/6 Demon Spawn. I'll play first. Start with that 1-drop. Not quite. It's land heavy. But it's playable. Yeah, sweet. So we'll be attacking for 3 on turn 3. Ooh, pretty good. Counter it. Dang. Oh man, are you kidding? I could have played around both of these things. Well, that's it. That's all I had, so removal worked. I'll get 1 damage in here. Next game, I'll start with this. I mean, assuming I lose this game, I certainly will. I'll start with this deck again because it can be the most aggressive. Yeah, this is over. I have nothing for this. 5/5 Death Touch. I'll try this again. But if we win it and we're on the draw for game 3, maybe I'll go into blue. That wasn't my best open. That was a pretty good opening hand, given we drew a couple things. Yikes. This is sort of more what we need to keep it. Throw back Fertilid's favor. We're never getting there. Hopefully they don't just bounce this Bond Warden. Take 3. It still looks like a lot of eggs in the basket of this Bond Warden. Hopefully it dies rather than gets exiled or bounced or something. But yeah, how can I even push damage in here? I'm just not pushing damage in very well. This deck needs a little something. The Kite Sail is probably playable. Let's attack first. Their creatures enter tapped. So they're taking like 6 here, depending on what happens. They might just kill the Censor. They still take 3. -3, -3. Better than them getting a treasure. Just keep this land in hand. They are playing black, so they might have us discard it. Or that. Why there? Because if that died, it would put the counter somewhere else. All right, fair enough. I hope we draw something. Because land does not look good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. And there are a few draws that would really win it for us here. Either of the flying things loses its abilities. Great. But it's not a small defender. Oh, I didn't even realize they had Yorion. It's called paying attention. They're going to Wrath us next turn. I don't care to play around it. I mean, they're playing Yorion, so 60 card deck. If they have the Wrath, then lucky them. So what are they going to do? Stasis Field? I mean, they're still dead here, right? They're going to need something else. Boof. I hope we're live. Get him. Nice. Well, what does blue look like? Counterspell, counterspell, bounce, draw cards, Wrath. Well, I think I just drafted too much green in the late game. I'll put that in, but I'll also put in Kite Sail. Hopefully 16's enough. I mean, it's pretty low curve. Yeah. Keep. No way. Whoa, I thought I saw planes. I really thought I saw planes. It's okay. Never punished. Happy accident. They can't counter Kite Sail. Not with that counterspell anyway. Ooh, a 2/2 fly. Well, that makes Kite Sail a bit better. We can use mana to move it around, if not cast spells. Okay. Skittering Surveyor, is that worth it here? That thing comes in tapped. Yeah, this is nuts. You're about to get busted wide open, I'm afraid. Let's get the planes. We both mill two? Each player mills two? Both of my brawlers? What just happened? It's fine. Everything's fine. Sure. Surveil 2. Sometimes you really want Surveil to be Scry. Hmm. It's a good start. Yeah, of course I could Convoke there, but their 3/4 doesn't matter enough. And they're probably thinking I don't have aerial boost because I would have used it last turn. So they're going to flip the incubator, double block. You know what? No, I guess that's fine. And then as long as they don't have you're already dead, but even that's fine. Not looking great for you. Again, if they have, I should probably have played around a Wrath here. Okay, they don't have it, we win. They haven't countered anything yet. This is lethal on board. Activate only as a sorcery. So lethal on board. Okay, I'm going to attack with this. Oh wait, it's not lethal on board. What am I doing? Huh. Their mills too. Take. Should be okay. We go to 9 cards. From amongst the milled cards. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's going to be, unless they have more ways to mill me, I think that's going to be tough. Look at our sideboard. I love it. I do like Kite Sail. I like Kite Sail more than I thought I would. I like Fertilid's Favor too. Especially on the draw, this is nice. And it looks like we have a lot more white early, but I don't think that's really true. Because the Bond Wardens and the Hellbirds are all fine later, and aerial boosts are certainly late. Intervention's certainly late. So I think 8-8 split is fine here. And then we've got ways of finding more lands. We don't really want to be on the play and then mulligan a 1-lander, but 2 lands can get us pretty far. And if we start with 3, we're just golden, so it's probably fine. And anytime we're on the draw, 16 is going to be fine with this deck. Yeah. Yeah, here, I'll say it's worth saving the Bond Warden. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it still probably is. Yeah, it's too good later. Let's pretend we don't have it. It's going to get like 3 more counters. 4 more. If everything really works. Yeah, you wish you had this. No attacks. I like seeing that. Turn 3, missing. Yeah, so interesting. I'm okay attacking here. Worst case, like they have aerial boost and we just aerial boost them back. That's pretty bad too. Oh, I should have boosted it first. Oh my god. I still trample for one. Oh, that's so stupid. They should have blocked first. Let's just pretend they did it the right way. They did it a smart way because it meant wait, what did they give it protection from? Well, anyway, if they gave it protection from white, that was smart because I couldn't. There was a spell they play around. The uncommon 3 damage to attacker or blocker. Exile it if it dies. This works out all right. It's kind of dumb. But... So this way they'll have a 4/4 Kami, which means they can play like a 7-drop here. But what can you do? You gotta kill stuff. Gotta get in there with some damage. Yeah, it'll be 3 counters. They're thinking about it. Angelic Intervention is just the perfect card, but especially for this deck, it's really, truly nutty. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Kind of out of gas here. Four green. Yeah, kill my brawler. Kill my whispering dude. Also kill my brawler. And now you've got a 6/6. I am woefully effed. But I do have a chump blocker for this thing. Maybe I just don't attack there. Then what do they have? 4 mana? That's nothing. Try to find my 1 removal spell. I don't even think I have any. I don't even have a Cosmic Hunger. I like that these critters can just target any creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature gets +2/+2 and loses all abilities until end of turn. Meaning you could take down their flyer or their reach creature. Oh joy. 6 mana. Renata. That's the only non-Phyrexian spell they can play here. So awkward turn for them. But what do we do? Attack for 3? It's not amazing. So that end, this is so good. Yeah. Yeah. So they flip invasion. That comes in with 2 more counters. Save my Bond Warden. Removal's important. An ominous black splash. What's the game plan here? The game plan here is to like somehow hit them in the air a few times. Oh, it happened. They couldn't get their battle because of the censor. It actually happened. Fortunately, creatures can re-enter. So I need to hit them 3 times in the air with this Guardian. What? Wait. Non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tapped. That's for everybody. That's okay. I still needed them at 12 here. 13 took me to 6. But all my stuff untaps. I can block. I have like 2 turns of blocking before I'm dead. If that. Yeah, my deck is very vanilla. And it's not aggressive enough to be this vanilla. Incubate 2. Nice. That's a way around coming into play tapped, and it's Phyrexian for that matter. It'd be great if they only attacked with these 2. Yeah. Did anyone order any land? Phyrexians don't have reach yet. What game is this? I think this is game 1. Opponent's just double queuing or something. Or maybe, I know in day 1, the servers were super slow. Well, just chump block these two and take 3. Oh, I can't even do that anymore. Oh, so I do this. Well, that's pretty easy. Sure, put your counters on my creature while you're at it. Oh, you control. You can back up onto your opponent's creatures, which is really cool. Oh, it doesn't have any counters. I'm like, oh, I get some counters. Nope. 0, we're had. Yes, you have lots of life. Very cool. Maybe they'll misclick. 8's pretty close. And if they're taking this long, I feel like the clock is relevant piece of the puzzle. Flip this instructor, then we can't even double block. Because that takes down the Guardian. It was an interesting game. We both assembled our combo, but they got to keep theirs. We did not get to keep ours. And we missed out on 3 damage early, which would have done it. Oh, you're kidding. That would have changed the game, actually. Because we could have attacked for 3 more. Just goes to show you. Yeah, because they messed up by doing this before blocks, although they were playing around something. Yeah. Good to keep track of these things. Yeah, I can't change much. I'll just submit like this. That is funny, though. They only drew 2 pieces of removal and they had them immediately, which is like probably the best time to have them. Because the first 2 pieces are so important to getting started. We should be able to, like with a deck this bad, you want some aerial boosts to steal the game. I mean, it's not awful. It's funny because in a classic format, you'd be like, oh, a mythic Vorinclex, like just cast that and you win. And that would be true. It's just like this is like a Masters set or a Modern Horizons set where everybody is doing something absurd. Just because you have a Vorinclex doesn't make your deck a 9 out of 10. God, this is awful. Yeah, we missed out on 3 damage, and the last turn we could have attacked for this. Yeah, just every point's gonna count, and I messed it up. Careful, yeah, careful when you flip your battles. My goodness. I didn't even realize it until the next turn where I was like, where's their creature? Play first. Keep it, got a 3/3 on turn 2. We don't have any double white cards that we can draw, so I'll just play my forest turn 1. Go down to 6. Five. Yeah, this is a real card. People are playing it. It's not embarrassing to play it. My 20 land deck is really rolling here. And there's more where that came from. But I mean, with cards like Surveyor, you do thin your deck a bit. Over a long game, that's going to make a difference. If they had nothing last turn, what could they have this turn? Not much. I hope I just don't run into that 5-mana Wrath. See how many creatures they play out. Okay. So now they'll want this to die. That becomes a 3/3. So maybe we don't play that game. It's already coming in for 3. Block 3 more. 3. Let's make it 4. 5. So if that goes up to 3, then it would go up to 5. I think I can attack with everything here. They block this. That goes up to 3. Then they can just tap out and go nuts. Not to mention block this next turn. That puts them to 5. And we don't lose anything. Put you to 5. We don't lose anything. Yeah, screw it. It felt like a mistake last game, but I feel like it's okay here. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Yeah, and they tap it. It's one fewer creature. Chomping Kavu. Not good enough. It's 5/5. What? Wait, what? So they're hoping to survive one turn, and then next turn they'll infinite mana. They just need something. Oh, gross. Well, fun while it lasted. Steel in the winds. Perfect. All right. Deck's perfect. What can you do? Wouldn't it be nice to bounce a creature, though? 1/1 counter deck. Huh. Yeah, maybe put in 2 blue sources and have a something to bounce. Keep it Shauna first. Maybe that's wrong. Feels kind of wrong. I'll play this because it gives me options next turn. We can flip. We just need to survive here. I don't know if that's going to be easy. Like, on the play, this would be absurd. On the draw, it's almost absurdly bad. Okay. We're only taking 3. And they don't have a ton of cards left. You flip this main because it could have removal for the Inquisitor and you lose a counter. And I don't want to race here yet. They don't have enough to cosmic disrupt this guy. What's that card called? Cosmic Hunger. Lane cycle that. Happy to see it. And then they've got 2 mana for this incubator token. Nice. Okay, okay, cool. Very cool. I feel well set up for the late game. I don't need to push my luck here. Flip your incubator. Vorinclex is just going to win it if it gets to go nuts. Yeah, chapter 3 becomes unbeatable. And it just, like, it writes itself. You put 7 counters on, and then fight everything. Like, yeah. And you draw 2 cards when you play it. Yikes. Destroy target artifact. Okay, so what we can do is give this protection from green. Might as well. Gives us a 4/4. We're going to tap out next turn anyway. Easy game. And, you know, uh, win this one and we're in the finals. Or I feel like we're still okay to wait here. You don't really want to trade creatures off when you've got Shauna. Six, 8. Yeah, in 2 turns we'll have it all try to Fertilid's favor. Oh no. Oh no. It's blue-black. Protection from blue-black. I was like, God help us if they have a trick here. That would not be ideal. It's a game again. I just want it to last as long as possible. They've only got 2 cards in hand. If they give pro green, I can still pick off. Oh, I can't pick off the sailback anymore. Yeah, I could, because I could double block. And then I could save the second one they order. It's a good pull. Just put it on a double striker and you're all set. Uh-huh. As soon as they do break open the board, I am super dead. Where are you putting that? Your sailback? Yeah. Do I care? Or they're just making it a better blocker. That's fair. That's fair. Um, they can't disrupt this so easily. I'll just put it on Shauna. Can't be the target of ability. The target of abilities your opponents control? What does that even mean? Of abilities? I thought this was better than it actually was. But nothing's better than it is. Thing's got death touch. You gotta go for it. Oh, and I guess the tiebreaker there is I've got aerial boost as a convoke trick. Surveyor doesn't make too much sense. Well, maybe it does. I'm not sure. Definitely we want Brawler. And probably Bond Warden. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and back up itself. So if that ever dies, plenty of stuff will get more counters. Cool. And then next turn is going to be absurd. Distribute 7 counters. That might be enough to kill them. Maybe not. This thing has trample. I just put them all on the Bond Warden. Oh yeah, so I'll put like at least one on each of up to 4 of these creatures. So that'll be at least 4 more here. So it'll be 11 counters. And I'll just make enough blockers for the 6/7 that I can. Sabbath wins the match. Yeah, what can you do? All right, opponent is 1-0. We've got a double Bond Warden hand. 11 lands left in the deck. I think I'm happy with it. Good enough. It's not good. Opponent's down to 6. Opponent's down to 5. I'm going to lose to a 5-card hand because I've got like... I mean, would I keep this 5-card hand? I think I would. 2 Bond Wardens, 3 lands. Surely I would. That's okay. Look, my hand is bad too, so you got a shot. Should message that to them. Or they're just finding their combo. Yeah, I mean, I should be drawing good stuff. Right? That thing's 4 to... Thank goodness they made this 4. They probably thought about 3. I'm not even sure what you... Yeah, I would say this is 4 to flip. And then people know what you mean. People try to say 4 and a Phyrexian. No one cares about the Phyrexian cost. It's 4 and 2 life to flip. And it has an extra text, flavor text, that you can spend an extra mana to save 2 life, gain 2 life. Nobody cares about that. Yeah. It's a funny siege. This, if you flip this, it like wins the game. I mean, it's a little unassuming little monster. All right, what do we do? I'm more than happy to trade with this thing, but if they want to spend their next turn flipping it, attacking this, I'll just lose my Pond Warden to it. And then we can think about blocking it later. So I'm not too worried about the agent. Okay. No land for them either. Well, if those were good attacks last turn, they're good this turn. You block the 3/3. That's fine. Not much I can do about that. They're probably working their way up to a Wrath. There is one Wrath I can play around. Let's say they have the, not the 6 mana Wrath, but the 4 mana double red Wrath. 3 mana to 3 damage to each thing. Then at least I can save something. What would I save? I could save a knight and then put the counters onto it or something. Could be good. But yeah, mulligan to Oblivion. My hand worked out. Don't want to change anything else. And then if we lose this, we've got a shot on the play, which should be good. All right, I mean, Vorinclex has been good. It's our only mana sink, besides Kite Sail. I'm glad I brought that in. Aerial boosts have been good. And with, you know, we've got some play to it. We've got the Brawlers. You know, there's some synergy here. Combo type stuff. But less than most decks are going to have. So we're going to need a way to push through damage when they start to stabilize and go off. Yeah, distinct lack of removal. So we really need to have the upper hand early. Yeah, what are our best cards? We've got Vorinclex, Guardian, Kami plus this nonsense. Censor. And then all of this backup stuff. We haven't drawn Portent Tracker yet. Those are counters. Intervention. Now, like 8 cards that are doing counters. These help each other too. Tracker, Wayfinder. Tracker's fine. 4 mana is good to have to double spell or to play the Phyrexian dude and flip its thing immediately. Yeah, this looks good. Better than my last hand. No reason not to get a Halberd out there. Save some mana. Did I say this hand was good? What I meant was, where are my 1-drops? Oh, there's a question. Would you rather have a 5-land hand with a 5-drop? Or a 5-land hand with, or like 2 5-drops? Or a 5-land hand with 2 1-drops? As your opener. And interestingly, probably the 1-drops. I'm so screwed. They could flip either one of these, and I can't win that game. Need a blocker. I need a 3-power blocker. Ask and ye shall receive. Ward, prowess, prowess. I could hold up the boost. I'm not even sure I'd block here. But regardless, unless they just have straight up removal, which they might. God, I hope they don't have removal. I really want to... I think I would trade with Aetherblade Agent if they flipped it and attacked with it. The problem is anything they do, like, is almost necessarily better than that. 3 damage to it. Okay, they're flipping something. Yes, okay, good. Surprisingly good here. I can't really let this hit, so I will trade off with it here. That is so perfect. I mean, they invested 6 mana into this thing. Try this. It doesn't matter if this thing hits us. We can take a hit from it. I could have held up Aerial Boost there too, but I'm okay with losing this. Kind of. If they had efficient removal for a 3/3, they might have already used it. So maybe they attack first. Final Flourish. Yeah, sad. Aerial Boost would have saved it. But we might just have Vorinclex here, so that would be okay too. I think it's 2 pumps. Screw it, just play this stupid Kavu. Deal with a 4/4. Ball's back in your court. I mean, there's a good chance they just can't deal with it. Hmm. Best of luck, good sir. Now they're really screwed. I'm stable and I've got a good follow-up. once the dust settles. Boy, it'd be nice to wait for some mana. What they really want to do is pump this thing up, then sack it to the Rager. Furnace Rains. Sorry. Sometimes I trip myself up. So, protection from red on the Kavu. 1/1 counter. No treasure for you. No creature for you to sacrifice. Protection from all your stuff. Good night. Now I'm worried about them having another copy and just stealing my Vorinclex next turn. And this is not a card most decks want. Yeah, they just got destroyed. And I mean emotionally. Yep. Yep, that's rough. So Vorinclex, it's just so safe to play it. Because they could kill it. Heck, they could even wrath the board. But we get I mean, it's a 3 for 1 to begin with. It starts as a 3 for 1 and only gets better. If they have another copy of Furnace Rains, I wouldn't say they're still in it, but maybe it would be annoying, or like maybe that would be the start of a turn that could kill me. Like if they have 2 Furnace Rains here, I'm pretty dead. I would have to, well, then the good news is they couldn't sack either of these creatures. But then I would take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because what I would have to do is boost the Inquisitor to block the Kavu. But then yeah, even that doesn't do it. Even double Furnace Rains doesn't do it. And single Furnace Rains definitely doesn't do it, although it kills a critter. Oh. Flying First Strike Haste. Well, I've got a big reach creature for some reason. So, yeah. Didn't you read all the text? I don't think there's like +2 to 2 creatures, but that doesn't even beat it here. Wins the game. All right. Thank you for watching.